Hello family, it's Denise again and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight, it's really late, but tonight I'm going to be doing a pineapple upside down pound cake. I've got all my ingredients here. Bear with me. You can't see everything, but I am going to do my best to show you everything. First off, I have 3 cups of cake flour, 3 cups of granulated sugar, 5 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1 can of crushed pineapple that has been really drained well, 3 sticks of butter. I've got my baking powder that I'm going to add to my flour when I get to that point, and I have here some maraschino cherries that I've drained, and I'm going to slice those up. So we are going to get ready. Oh, and I almost forgot. I've got my pan. Oops, this is an old-fashioned tube pan. My Baker's Joy to spray my pan. And I have my orange extract, and I've got a little vanilla extract as well. So we're going to get started. First off, I am going to take my 3 sticks of butter. I'm just going to get those in there really good. 3 sticks of butter. Got that. My 3 cups of sugar. Okay. And I'm going to cream this for at least 10 minutes. And when I get back, we'll continue on. Bye-bye for now. Okay, family, I am back. I've got about a minute left for my creaming of my sugar and my butter. And I'm going to turn this on. And look at there. And as you can see, it's nice and fluffy. Yeah. Got about another. With that, got about another 30 seconds. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you cream it for at least 10 to 20 minutes. And when I first started making pound cakes, the person that gave me their recipe, not this one, but a 7-Up pound cake, and she told me that I needed to cream my butter and my sugar for 20 minutes. And I took her word for it because her cakes were always so good. So at least 10 minutes. You want to get it nice and fluffy. I would suggest using your paddle, not your whisk, and that will make it really fluffy. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn my timer off, and I'm going to turn this down to about a medium, and I'm going to slowly add my eggs one at a time. And you want to make sure that your eggs, your milk, your butter, any of your cold items are at room temperature. So what I did is I actually had my husband put my butter out while I was at work. So I had them put it out at 12 noon so that when I got home about 4 o'clock, I could get, be ready to bake. And now I'm going to add my flavoring. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of orange flavoring. I wish I had pineapple, but I don't. Oh, that smells so good. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I wish you could see in this bowl. It looks so creamy and good. I've got my 3 cups of cake flour ready with my baking powder already in there. And when you're adding your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients, you want to start with your dry ingredients and end with your dry ingredients. And I forgot to mention that I'm going to need brown sugar, so I'm going to step off and I'll be right back. And I'm back. I'm going to wipe down the sides of my bowl. I do have a stainless steel bowl that I probably should have used. This one, although it's really pretty, it's really deep. So I should have used my stainless steel bowl just to have it where it wasn't so deep. And I'll do that next time. So I've got this going pretty fast, but once I start adding my dry and my wet, I'm going to turn it down and just have it on slow because you don't want to over mix, you don't want to overbeat. And I'm going to put a little bit of the crushed pineapple in the batter, but I'm going to fold that in. And like I said, I'm going to start with my dry and I'm going to end with my dry. And my baking powder is already inside of my cake flour. scrape down the sides of my bowl. It gets a little messy, but that's okay. I won't let it get too out of hand. And I do have one of those covers that you put on your mixer, and then you can pour your dry and your wet and nothing splashes out. I should have done that. Next time I will. Oh, this is going to be so good. So good. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl, add my last dry, and we'll continue on. I have my oven already preheated at 325. And I'm going to bake this for an hour, 15, 20 minutes. But I'm going to check, and I'm going to start checking it at 45 minutes. Just to see where we're at. I also have my 2-pan already prepared with my Baker's Joy. So we're good to go. Okay, and I'm just going to let this mix until it's incorporated, and then I'm going to fold in a little bit of my crushed pineapple, and we'll take it from there. Alrighty, I'm going to stop and clean up my counter a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to take my paddle attachment off, and I'm going to just finish up manually. I'm going to fold in some of my crushed pineapple, not all of it, but just a little bit of it. I want to really emphasize that when you're using your crushed pineapple for your cake recipes, you want to make sure that you drain it really, really, really well. That's a must. That is a must. Alrighty. I think that's good. Alrighty then. And I'm just going to hand mix this just a couple of seconds, but like I mentioned, you don't want to overbeat your batter. Yeah, you don't want to overbeat it. All right. Here's my pineapple. And I'm going to take maybe a nice, maybe one little healthy scoop of that. And just gingerly, gently fold that in. All right, there we go. Now, I have my 2-pan all ready to go, and I've used my Baker's Joy, okay? And I'm gonna stop right here and grab some gloves. Be right back. Okay, family, I'm back. And got my gloves on. So I'm gonna take my brown sugar, and I'm just gonna place this all, this is just like making your pineapple upside down cake, except it's a pineapple upside down pound cake. So I'm just gonna take and just sprinkle my brown sugar at the bottom of the pan that's been prepared. Got it kind of just all over here. Do that. Oops. Kind of spread it out. Make sure it's even. Try to get it as even as you can. You know, nothing's perfect, but we sure try, right? Then I'm going to take my pineapple and just, you know, place that here around on the bottom. This is going to be so good. This is actually only my second time making this pound cake. I typically make, you know, your vanilla pound cakes and 7-Up cake, 5-flavor cake, and, you know, of course, cupcakes and things like that. So I just kind of fell in love with the pineapple pound cake. So here you go. And thank you all for watching. Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And you can also follow my Instagram page. I am a home cook who loves to cook and to bake. So, not a professional by any stretch of the imagination, but I've been cooking and baking before cell phones were around or the internet. When they still had 8-track players, if anyone remembers an 8-track, right? So I'm just getting this all in here as best as I can. Now, some may be wondering, can you use whole pineapple? You can. I actually have some right here, but I wanted to use crushed pineapple because that's the original recipe that I originally found. They use crushed, so that's kind of what I just kind of stuck to that. But I guess you could, but for pound cakes, I think it's better when you go in to slice it if it's crushed. Makes for a cleaner slice. Okay, and now I have my maraschino cherries right here, and I'm just going to randomly place them. No rhyme or reason, just getting them placed. This is going to be so good. So good. I'm just getting them in here. And that's really about it. Probably see that. There you go. And now we're gonna just get our cake in here. Oops. Yeah, I think I am going to use my stainless steel bowl next time. This is ceramic, and I tell you, it's heavy. It's pretty, but it's very, very heavy. And I've always wanted a pretty mixer. You know, when you get to be my age, you kind of say, you know, you kind of want what you want, right? So I finally got one. And now I just have to put it to really good use, although I do bake quite a bit. It's just nice having one that you like, something that you really like. Okay, I think that's it for now. Get every little bit that I can out. Oh, and I was going to mention that when making these types of pound cakes, especially when you're adding things to them, you want to make sure that you're using your tube pan. It's at least 12 cups. Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure, get this nice. It's pretty heavy. And there we go. Into the oven we go. 325, an hour, 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to check it at about 45 minutes to see how it's doing. And I need to put this rack down. There we go. Set my timer. There we go. Alrighty. So we'll be back. I'll catch you on the other side. I'm going to check it in about 45 minutes. Do a little cleanup. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, I'll be back. Okay, family, I am back. And I really underestimated this cake. Although my recipe says an hour and 15 minutes, this was actually an hour and 30 minutes. And I wanted to share something with you. Because this is a 12 cup tube pan, sticking a regular toothpick in it is really not going to really do it, because you can't get the toothpick down far enough. So I have these skewers that are just, you know, skewers that you use to make kebabs. I've got a bunch of them, so this is what I use. And when you see just barely a couple of crumbs coming off, then you know it's done. So I checked it at the hour mark, and I was still getting some batter, and that's why I set it for another 30 minutes. And then I had to set it for another 15, so it was an hour and 30 minutes. But I'm really pretty excited about this cake. It is going to be quite a cake. I'm actually making this for someone. It's not for me, my household. It's actually for someone. And this is it. This is it. This is it. So I'm going to let this baby cool. It's quite late because I started late. I actually made some chocolate cupcakes earlier for the same person. I made some cupcakes and then I decided to make this cake too. So we're gonna let it cool. Then I'm going to plate it. Well, not plate it, but I'm going to get it out of the pan and hopefully everything goes well in that regard. So anyway, I just wanted to come back so that you can see that it's done. Instead of it being, an hour and 15 minutes, it was actually an hour and 30 minutes. And this is our pineapple upside down pound cake. So I'm really looking forward to getting it out of the pan and onto the plate and resting for delivery tomorrow. So anyway, we'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, family, I am back and I got this beautiful cake out of the pan and here it is. Here it is. My pineapple upside down pound cake. And oh my goodness. Here you go. It's beautiful. Just beautiful.